Well guys, the picture going around of Khamzat Chimaev looking huge ended up being fake. This is the photo in question. Everybody was thinking Khamzat may have used this time off to put on some size for middleweight, but nope. Here's the real picture. As you can see, it's photoshopped, so Khamzat will not be coming back looking like Brock Lesnar after all. Alexander Volkanovski believes Islam Makhachev will defeat Dustin Poirier. The two are scheduled to fight at UFC 302 next week.
Just Islam's going to be too good. I think he's too safe of a fighter to make mistakes where he's going to get caught against someone like Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier is a great fighter. I just think, it's just a hard fight for anybody. So, and I don't see anyone beating Islam for a while, unless they catch him, right? The only way I see, this is how I have always been in my division. I've always said, anyone has a puncher's chance, right? Anyone can catch you. But that was the only way I ever saw myself losing in my division was, someone catching me, because that can happen. That's just a fight game. Here are some little problems for Islam then maybe. Southpaw versus Southpaw. We know Southpaw in training, in fighting, majority of the time you are fighting orthodox fighters. You're going to be a lot more comfortable fighting orthodox fighters. Because that's just the rounds you're doing, the time on the mat spent is usually going to be with orthodox fighters. There's just more of them. I know there's a lot of southpaws, but not as many of them. If someone, just pressures you and gets you sort of off guard, or your instinct reaction is to shoot, most of the time you're shooting against orthodox fighters, your head's going to dip to this side. Now you're dipping to the power side of Poirier because he's southpaw. Power side uppercuts, power side kicks, power side knees. So now you're dipping your head to that power line. So I want you to remember that these are gonna be little problems. Again, Islam is a very calculated fighter. I'm just trying to give you some pros and cons with this fight. I think he's not gonna be as comfortable with a southpaw standing up. Dustin's a great fighter, I've got a good relationship with him, but I'm just trying to be real here. I just think Islam really is, he's pound for pound number one, and I totally understand. I understand that. I get it. He is that good.
So last week, Joaquin Buckley and Cub Swanson got into a heated exchange on X. Buckley said that he thinks that he could knock GSP out, and Cub responded saying better men have tried. Cub told Buckley to have some respect for the legends of the game. Today, Buckley posted this video to his social media directed at Cub. Here's what he had to say.
Oh yeah, almost forgot. Yeah, I knocked GSP out. If we was in this stage of my career right now, I don't think George would be messing with me, bro. At the end of the day, I seen a lot of you guys comment that, oh man, Georgia do this to you, Georgia do that to you. That's cool, you can have your opinion. But Cub, you a little different though, bro. You a fighter. So at the end of the day, bro, you was in the motherfucking weight class with BJP. And if you felt like that you could win that fight, I wouldn't be mad at you, because you a fighter. That's how you supposed to think. That's what you supposed to say. So for you to come out and say, oh, better man than try, like you really trying to be on some slick, just say it. You don't think I'm as good as I say I am, right? As I claim to be. You can have that opinion too, Cub, but at the end of the day, what the have you done with your career, bro? You've been in the business for 15 years, ain't never touched the title, boy. Ain't never smelt the title, ain't even taste that motherfucker. And you got the motherfucking nerve to talk about me and what the I'm doing? I done went viral, bro. I'm in the rankings. I don't even think you ever been in the rankings, bro. Your biggest win ever in your life was beating Charles Oliveira, and I bet you still talk about that. Oh man, I beat Charles Oliveira about 10 years ago. I'm really doing ooh, I could be champ again. Shut your up. You ain't doing nothing with your career.
Kevin Lee is now able to throw kicks again. Kevin posted this to his Instagram. In the caption, he wrote, "It's been almost 3 years since I've been able to kick a bag like this, and it feels good. Still not full speed or power yet, but in a month I'll be ready to start fighting the best 155 lightweights in the world again." Tom Aspinall gives an update on how his training camp is going. Tom defends his UFC heavyweight interim title against Curtis Blades at UFC 304.
You're gonna fake a jab and boom. You're getting down to the side. Move forward.
We had a long week this week. 10 weeks ago, I believe, something like that.
Saturday.
10 weeks Saturday, so today's Friday. 10 weeks tomorrow. We're right on schedule. Feeling good.
It makes such a difference as well to have a fighter now you know you're again.
Well,
So
I knew I was fighting, but I basically just found out last week about fighting Blades, so to have it was either going to be Blades or Gav. To have an opponent with two contrasting styles, now we know both the Blades, and we're coming for it. We're coming for it.
how you feeling, mate?
Good. Bit of an easy one on Friday. Had a really tough week this week, so everybody's tired, so a few game plan stuff today.
Sean Strickland sparred Jamahal Hill in preparation for his fight against Paulo Costa. Sean versus Paulo goes down this weekend at UFC 302.
I look over in the cage and we got 3 former world champions all in the cage. We got Jamahal Hill, Sadabusi, Sean Strickland, all sparring, all working hard, all have upcoming fights. So,
Conor McGregor got accused of taking PEDs today. Jorge Masvidal made an appearance on the Timbo Sugar Show. Jorge tells Sean O'Malley and Tim Welch that he believes Conor waited until USADA left to come back to compete because he's clearly still on PEDs.
I mean, they both look for ways to quit, so who's gonna quit first, right? I don't know who's gonna quit first on that one, but I think, I don't know, man. I don't know how much juice is Conor on too, right? That's another question too, because that wait till USADA left to come back in this and compete with all of us, while all of us been training, getting tested. This clearly on some we can see by these movies. So I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna lean towards Conor, but it's not really like set in stone, you know. Half them Twitters, you know, he's out of his mind, you know. A hell of a drug because he be writing some make no damn sense, you know?
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from MMA for Life. It says Conor testing out the John Jones style fight preparation. The second one's from Rick. It's in reference to the photoshopped photo of Khamzat Chimaev looking huge. It says Robert Whitaker.
Did you see the size of the fella?
And the final one says Conor parties at night and hugs trees in the daytime. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.